मुकेश अंबानी's actions are being a work of art में हमारे सोच में ये है कि हम किसी की लैंड जिसके लिए बनी हुई उसी के लिए यूज़ करेंगे, और आपकी सोच में है कि आप किसी की टोपी किसी के सर पे ना दो। हाई कोर्ट किसको बेल देती है? दिल्ली दंगों के 17 लोग हैं या 27 लोग हैं, आज तक हाई कोर्ट बेल ही नहीं दे पा रही। वहाँ दिल्ली का जो सीएम है उसको ही बेल नहीं दे पा रही है।
Hello viewers, welcome to one more episode where we are trying to understand what is the waqf issue and what is the entire discussion about. Yesterday in the parliament, the minority affairs minister Kiren Rijiju came out all guns blazing saying that there was a mafia which was in charge of the waqf lands and that needs to be dismantled, and that is why the amendments have brought into place. Now there is a huge discussion whether these amendments were necessary, whether these amendments actually bring about a change. There are a lot of people which say that there has to be some change which needs to be brought about in the entire Waqf Act, or the way it is implemented, or the way it is at the moment it is being the way it is right now. But is this the way? Is this the way it is being done? The way a lot of people are talking about, that there is a backdoor way of making amendments where a lot of Muslim leaders or the community was not consulted and maybe their opinion was not taken. So there are multiple issues here and we're trying to break it down and understand, okay, what are these issues. So in the light of that, today we have senior lawyer Mr. Naqvi, who also has been a former member of the Central Waqf Council, has been a litigant in a number of Waqf cases, represented clients in Waqf cases, who understands the issue and also feels that this amendment is not clearly in the benefit of the Muslim community. So first tell me, why is it against the community?
First word you had said that Mr. Rijiju, as since there is a Waqf mafia is operating, that's why we are amending. Whether he is going to say the same thing before the case of Baghe Karim Yatim Khana that is hitting the antillia, whether he can able to.
So this is the Mukesh Ambani case.
Yes, that's he can't say the Mukesh Ambani's actions are being a work of mafia. Although I had said and filed a report also and said like this, but he can't say. But he is indicating somewhere else. That's why he is saying that waqf mafia to persons who are involved in the waqf. Although he has to say that the encroachers are waqf mafia. So who are the encroachers? Now the question might be asked from other members of the parliament. But he is not saying so. In the same way, he is saying that in the waqf council, there will be a non-beneficiary community will be a member. Although he can say the act which is passed as a Shromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee Act, where all are the 6. Here in the Muslim body, beneficiaries are Muslims. How non-Muslims can be made a member? Although we welcome everywhere, in all the parties, non-Muslims are our brothers. But for the beneficiaries' sake, how they can be made?
So essentially you're saying that there are other communities which have such trusts and committees which are religion specific.
Yes, they have been passed by the parliament itself.
So if there is Shiromani committee for 6.
Yes.
So then the Waqf Act is similar to that.
Yes. There's no
so there can't be any changes, amendments made to those acts. So then why are you making changes? Is that the argument?
Yes, that is one of the point, that when you are not asking any interference, are not even able to make a plea for interference in the Shromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee Act, then how you can
I mean, I'm just being devil's advocate here. Maybe there are not much changes required in that trust. Maybe the Waqf, the way it is functioning, there has been, as you are yourself a lawyer for a lot of cases, you've seen the way the mismanagement happens, the kind of political interference which happens in Waqf cases. We have discussed that. So do you think there needs to be an overhaul? There has to be something which needs to change in the entire system.
Where is the problem? In the Waqf Act, there is no problem. In the community, there might be a problem. In the beneficiaries, there might be a problem. In the from the encroacher side, there are problems are coming of illegality's nature. Wires in the act is not there. Kiren Rijiju, I challenge you. you can bring any of the members like D.U. Mullah and Atak Sheikh who knows law of Waqf Act. He can't face, because there is no wires in the Waqf Act. It's a very good thing, but kind of hysteria and the ghettoism has been spread from his side or his parties. That is the Waqf Act is so strong that things are not able to be, cannot be amended or mended in their own way. The government is wanted to be arbitrary or dictating kind of nature. They wanted to change, they should say. But today they are amending just to make the things like a stooge or the agent of the government. But the Waqf cannot be like that, because you or me or anybody, like Shivaji Maharaj's father Shahaji has given a trust to the name of Sayyid Shah Sharif, Shah Sharif, and that is Yaqub Baba Dargah, and Yaqub Baba Dargah. Okay. Yaqub Baba Dargah has been bequeathed by not Malkoji as people say, it is by his elder son Shahaji, and he has made this and made a waqf, and that is running, is still running. Still Yaqub Baba Dargah is made a waqf, and inam properties of so and so has been given, and some mutawallis has sold it. Then it is our duty to, and police authorities and waqf board duties to bring it back, and amending the act and giving allowing the waqf board and the mutawallis to, you can sell it. Then the main thing, contention of the waqf, like Mansha Waqif has been changed, because Mansha Waqif purpose intention of the waqf, which has been promulgated in the hadiths, although meaning of the waqf is full stop in the Arabic, means stoppage, and in the Quran also it has not been mentioned. But Mansha Waqif has been always highlighted by the followers and traditions. Agar somebody has given the waqf for the purpose of being burial of the, or for the purpose of giving graveyards or any other purpose, it can never be changed, because the landowner is XYZ.
We will come into the purpose of it. So for the reference and for the benefit of our viewers, let me also tell you that there was a huge controversy of where the biggest house in this world, Antillia, was built, and Mr. Naqvi was also an intervening lawyer in that case. So Antillia was built allegedly on land which was owned by the Waqf board. Waqf is the third largest landholder after the government and defense and railways in the country. So there is a huge swaths of land which are in the possession of Waqf, and that is something where a lot of encroachment, a lot of problems have become. So now Mr. Naqvi is saying that the law is not the problem, but the way it is implemented and the way the community
misimplemented.
So why? So how is it being misused? That's the way. That's the question which is being raised all the time. Okay, for last 50-60 years, there has been so much of mismanagement. The law is perfect. There's so Islam is talking about intention, good intention of donating something for charity.
Muslims.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So then that is there. The law is there. Then where is the lacune? The lacune is where?
Lucknow is nowhere. Lucknow is only the bad elements and the worst elements. The government is just choosing the bad elements and making to the worst, to destroy the waqf, just for the sake of monetary purposes. It's a very simple thing.
So what does the government get if they destroy waqf?
Because Waqf Act doesn't allow anybody to sell the waqf, and cannot sell naturally. Waqf has been made by his father, and it has been for some XYZ purpose. Then he is not cannot be allowed to sell it, and it is barred by section 56 of the Waqf Act. Now the government wanted to allow, if somebody wanted
so essentially this is about land and how the government wants to control that I want to, if I want to change the land holding, I want to change the nature of this land. If it is waqf, I want to make it government land. I want to deregularize it. All that thing is what the government wants to get into control.
Yes. They wanted to get into control. Also, they wanted to get the things done according to their own whim and their own wishes. Earlier, it was not like that, because two-third majority was required for giving anything beyond 3 years. Any property beyond 3 years to 30 years, if lease is being made, then two-third members majority was required in the waqf board. Otherwise, no. And similarly, if anything has to be alienated from the waqf, then two-third majority was required. And two-third majority, the members should be elected, not nominated by the government. Elected member of from the public, like waqf bar council, 2 members, Maharashtra Bar Council, and 2 members from the Mutawalli elections, and their presence was required in two-third majority. Now government has bypassed all these things.
Studied the system, आपने एकदम डिटेल में उसमें गए हैं. ये मुतवल्ली का जो प्रॉब्लम है, ये काफ़ी लोग ने, आपने भी खुद ही बोला मुझे, मुतवल्ली माफिया, ये इसका एक बहुत किस वजह से, क्या कारण है?
ये हम लोग जैसे बहुत से मेरे रिश्तेदार भी चोर हो सकते हैं, और चोर रहते भी हैं, होना भी चाहिए. चोर रहते हैं तो कोर्ट बनती है, पुलिस बनती है. तो उसी तरीके से कुछ लोग रहते हैं ग्रीडी, समबडी यार ग्रीडी.
मुतवल्ली रहता कौन है पहले?
मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी इज मुतवल्ली. Managing trustee is Mutawalli. They are being nominated by some time. There is no Mutawalli and he is expired. Then nominated members are being made, and laws are being in such a way implemented so that is our.
So he has the control. उसके पास पूरा control रहता property.
He became managing trustee. A managing trustee has a right to take rents according to his own whims.
तो corruption वहीं आ रहा है.
Corruptions आ रहा है, and the waqf lease rules which has been made in the upper to the waqf Maharashtra Rent Control Act, Gujarat Rent Control Act, waqf lease rules, he don't wanted to implement it, just because market rates rent has to be collected and it has to be given in the accounts of the that particular waqf account.
Like in a city like Mumbai, where land is such scarcity, waqf has some very prime properties.
Yes.
And the rents for these properties are like abysmal, right?
Yeah, it's like peanuts. Like Jama Masjid, our Jama Masjid, our Crawford Market Jama Masjid, and Musafir Khana. Then again there is a Zanabiya, then our Minara Masjid, then come back to here Mahindarga.
In that entire cluster of Bhindi Bazaar, Mohammed Ali Road, Crawford Market,
there
that area.
So many waqf
so if there is there. Real estate there.
Real estate is there. That market rate has to be seen, and more than market rate, everything has to go through auction, and highest bidder has to be given. More than 3 years if the shops are being given, but nobody is applying it. Nobody is caring. When the Mutawallis are asking it to go to the High Court and say that we are not trust, we are not waqf, we are trust. And these are the case which is landmark cases, Yusuf Chawda case, which is pending before the Supreme Court. Like similar way, this Anjuman-e-Islam, they are saying that no, we are not waqf. There's so many properties by the Memons, rich Memons. Memons are so many rich. Nowadays, Memons are very middle class. Otherwise, so rich, they are richer. They are bequeathing that entire buildings, waqf. Kisko de? Whom? This Anjuman-e-Islam. Anjuman-e-Islam used to take. Now they are saying that no, we are not waqf. We are made for educational purpose. Being a Muslim, you are Muslim. Being a trustee, you are saying that no.
अभी ये जो इतने issues हैं, ये अमेंडमेंट्स आपको नहीं लगता है कि कुछ चेंज होगा?
ये तो पूरा चेंज हो गया, खत्म हो गया ना वक़्फ़ है.
ये जो चीज़ें इतने मसले हैं ये कि लैंड होगा, मुतवल्ली के जो है और
ये अंजुमन इस्लाम के हैं, बाबरी मस्जिद का पहले था अभी ख़त्म हो गया, ये अपना दूसरी मस्जिद ज्ञानवापी का हो गया, तो वो ख़त्म हो जाएंगे ना. जब वक़्फ़ ही नहीं रहा तो आप किसी की भी लैंड दे सकते हैं. हमारे सोच में ये है कि हम किसी की लैंड जिसके लिए बनी हुई उसी के लिए यूज़ करेंगे, और आपकी सोच में है कि आप किसी की टोपी किसी के सर पहना दो. तो ये वक़्फ़ एक्ट का जो अमेंडेड वर्जन है वो यही है, इसकी टोपी उसके सर, चाइनीज़ मोबाइल ठप्पा मारा फलां का हो गया. लेकिन हमारे प्रोविज़न ये है कि अगर एक आदमी ने कह दिया कि यहाँ बाग रहेगी और ये सराय रहेगा, यहाँ पानी पिलाया जाएगा, तो पानी पिलाया जाएगा, चाहे बिस्लरी का पिलाया जाए, चाहे 100 साल तक क़यामत के बाद भी. क़यामत के बाद भी उसको खुदा भी नहीं वापस लेता है, तो ये रहता है।
तो ऐसा कभी वो डी रिजर्व नहीं होता है,
डी रिजर्व नहीं हो सकता है, ओनली
ऑन पेपर,
ओनली ऑन पेपर, ओनली इफ इट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड इन द पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट बाय द गवर्नमेंट, पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट बाय द गवर्नमेंट, देन इट हैज़ बीन गिवन।
बट लेकिन ऑन पेपर जो ऐसा आप बोल रहे हैं वैसा हो तो नहीं रहा है ऐसा।
नहीं, कोशिश तो करते हैं, लेकिन सामने से गवर्नमेंट ही आ जाती है तो फिर लोग कमज़ोर पड़ जाते हैं, ब्रोकरेजशिप आ जाती है, दलाली आ जाती है लोगों के अपना। जैसे सुन्नी वक्फ बोर्ड ने बीच में एफिडेविट ही दे दिया चुपके से, जाकर के चुपके ही से दिया, क्योंकि रात के अंधेरे में दिया। आज तक वो एफिडेविट किसी मुसलमान हिंदू किसी के सरकार के पास में भी नहीं, उन्होंने चुपके से दे दिया कि साहब हम इसको शिफ्ट करने के लिए रेडी हैं, क्योंकि सरकार का एक दबाव था तो दिया। तो ऐसे जब माहौल आ जाते तो लोग करते हैं, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट शुड बी पार्शियल, फेयर। इफ गवर्नमेंट इज forcing some communities leaders or members or मुतवल्लीज, then they will start doing it। आप बोल दीजिए किसी मुतवल्ली को, साहब कल तुम्हारा इनकाउंटर है, आज भौंक के दिखाओ कुत्तों जैसा। वो बोले कुत्ता लोमड़ी जैसे भी भौंकोगे मैं भौंकने के लिए तैयार हूँ। तो गवर्नमेंट अगर ऐसा एक्ट लेकर के आएगी कि भाई भौंकना पड़ेगा, तो बेचारा बोले हाँ सब भौंकूंगा, क्या करना पड़ेगा साहब? आप मुतवल्ली तभी रहोगे जब आप भौंक सकते हो, वो भौंकेगा बेचारा। अब उसको आप फॉक्स कह दो तो भी ठीक है, माफिया कह दो तो भी ठीक है, बेचारा ही इज ए विक्टिम।
सो अब ये जो इंटायर अभी हुआ, अमेंडमेंट्स हुए हैं, अब इसका नेक्स्ट क्या? अमेंडमेंट्स के बाद अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट लिटिगेशन और कंटिन्यू की क्या?
हमको लगता है कि एज फार एज JPC इज कंसर्न, they will also do the same thing as earlier also in 2G also. In 2G, JPC was held by the opposition. Now the JPC is being headed and chaired by the ruling party. Then the JPC will do the same thing as the government wishes. Then naturally it will be passed as CA and other things. Then some people will challenge it, but the judiciary has, as per the, I had seen the track record, never interferes in the Muslim matters when the BJP government passes any things like FCRA, like CA, like triple talaq, 370, 35, 32, whatever, 35. So it doesn't interferes, and that's why ad interim order they don't pass us.
So they would not go against the executive.
So they will not go against the executive. Then the amended version will be in force, and the first phase will be that waqf board has no power to register a waqf without consulting the DM. No registration of the fresh waqf will be there done. Another thing that
is the most objectionable part.
Second is that if certain illegalities are there, being a waqf expert tribunal, waqf tribunal was there, it has been snatched away.
Now it's High Court directly.
It's directly High Court. You say High Court किसको बेल देती है? दिल्ली दंगों के 17 लोग हैं या 23 लोग हैं, आज तक हाई कोर्ट बेल ही नहीं दे पा रही। वहाँ दिल्ली का जो CM है उसको ही बेल नहीं दे पा रही है। दिल्ली के CM के PA को एक थप्पड़ मारने के लिए नहीं बेल दे पा रही है। अब इसका मतलब आप समझ सकते हो, ओपन शट केस में बता रहा हूँ कि ये हाई कोर्ट किस तरीके से ऑपरेट हो रही है। ऑपरेट कैसे होती है? आंखें मिलती हैं तो परेशान हो जाते हैं, वो बोलते हैं यार हम क्यों ED के खिलाफ जाएं। आपने देखा भी कहाँ ED के ही केस में बेचारा वो परेशान हो गया था, वो आर्यन खान करके, वो बाद में बोलते हैं न इसका पंचनामा है, हाँ ना पंचनामा है ना ड्रग है। और वो भी बोलता है कि साहब हमारे पास तो कुछ नहीं है, बोले ना तो वीडियो है, लेकिन बेल देने में उसको 1.5 महीने लग गए। तो ये इस तरीके, जबकि वो किसका लड़का है सबको मालूम है कौन है क्या है, लेकिन एक से एक वकील भी आ रहे हैं, फिर भी वो हाई कोर्ट देख रहा है कि बेल दूँ कि ना दूँ।
तो वो मतलब ये इसका लगता है आगे दिस इज द एंड ऑफ इट अमेंडमेंट्स।
और हाई कोर्ट जाना भी इजी नहीं रहता है। अब मैं गांव का कब्रिस्तान होल्डर हूँ, सपोज मेरा घर है उधर कहीं नाला सुपारा या बहुत दूर में, कहाँ को हाई कोर्ट जा पाता है? अपने खुद के ज़िंदगी के लिए तो हाई कोर्ट जा नहीं पाता, अब कब्रिस्तान को बचाने के लिए कौन हाई कोर्ट जाएगा? हाँ, ट्रिब्यूनल रहता था अपना, एक गए वहाँ पर जा कर के रह गए, उन्होंने कहा क्या है 5 रुपये की अर्जी, एप्लीकेशन कर दिया, क्लियर कट मैटर था। बीइंग गोइंग टू हाई कोर्ट नाउ and where the things are not specialized, no special judges are there. Special means trained judges regarding waqf, qabristan and all that. तो वो ऐसे ही रहेगा। Otherwise you had seen the outcome of the antillia matter in high court.
That is something which is the crux of the matter. That case is going on since Like when? 2017 was the last hearing which we saw in Supreme Court.
In Supreme Court 2017 was there.
So that is one high profile case under the Waqf Act, but now the community feels that whether there are decisions made which affect the community directly, then the community should be involved. But it is not being done, and the government is arbitrarily making amendments to acts which directly will affect a lot of local and lot of Muslims, and that is something which is questionable as of now. So Mr. Naqvi, thank you for talking to us and telling us about the Waqf Act, and we hope to probably explain to our viewers that what really it means and why these amendments are not really good for the community. Thank you.